Welcome to the OutWest Hour. I'm your host, Bobby Jean Bell, and I'm delighted to share this hour with you. Little Patch of Heaven kicks off our show, a song that speaks to me on many levels. Hey, Jim, I didn't see you come in.
Hey, I thought, what's going on here anyway, huh?
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I didn't see you come in. Well, I'm working on tomorrow's show on the OutWest Hour, and it's kind of based on walks that you and I have been taking, and that beautiful lilac tree in our backyard, and just thinking about spring and how it's busting out all over. So if you want to, do you want to just keep filming and I'll do a little bit more?
Hey, we'll do it.
Okay. So where you caught me was I was doing the introduction right after the opening, which features Clint Bradley music and Joe Harrington with his wonderful voice, kind of doing the voiceover. And we've just heard Little Patch of Heaven by the Tumbling Tumbleweeds. You know how much I love that song. Do you remember the first time we heard this?
Oh, for sure.
Little did we know it was from a Disney film, but they talk about Out West in there, so you know it's been a long favorite. So let's see, where did you come in? Little Patch of Heaven kicks off our show, a song that speaks to me on many levels. If you are a Disney fan, it's from the film Home on the Range. And we heard the Tumbling Tumbleweeds perform it from their CD, The Tumbling Tumbleweeds. Well, Jim and I have been getting out and taking a daily walk. It feels so good to get out. Spring is a time of birth and renewal of heady blooms and new life on the range and on the ranch. But recent high winds and even snow remind us that spring hasn't totally arrived. Yet on our walks, we say, don't we say this to each other? Look at that! And you say, spring's busting out all over. So in today's show, we're going to start on the prairie. And we're going to welcome Sunrise with Jill and Alan Kirkham from their CD, that's the title track, Sunrise on the Prairie. Because the sun comes up every day on the prairie forever, right? And then we're going to take a little jaunt into spring, back in the days of the famous roundups. Doris Daly's going to give us her poem April 1881 from the CD Once Upon the West. Then we have Donnie Poindexter's going to do that classic Roundup Time in Texas. Wait, is that the actual song? Hold on, I want to get the actual Roundup in the Spring from his CD. Those Cowboys of Old. That's a classic Western song. And then we get, oh, this is so fun, Teresa Burleson from her new CD, West Texas Heat. She has a poem called Utter Women, not about a traditional wife. So you'll want to enjoy that one. And then, let's see, April. Oh, we get another poem. This one is, oh no, we don't get a poem. See, what would I do without my set list? Because I have to move them into position at just the right time. Richard Martin, New Mexican performer and a friend of ours, Richard Martin from his CD, Morning Coffee, is going to give us April. Seemed apropos, right? And then we get another poem. This is by the Mountain Saddle Band from their CD, Ballad of Kitty Joe. We get Spring Surprise. You'll want to listen to see what the surprise is. Ernie Seitz gives us a song, I think it's just called Springtime from his CD, Trail Riding. And then the first set finishes with Dennis J. from his new CD, Blue Bonnet Days in Texas. You all know blue bonnets in the spring in Texas. What can be better than that? That's our first set. And then we take a short break, and when we come back, we get Nancy Elliott from her new CD. She gives us Breath of Spring from Tall Tree. Then with Joyce Woodson from her CD Capistrano Girl, she sings about the swallows coming back to Capistrano, California in the spring. Ranger Doug, one of his mom's favorite songs is where the lilacs, green grow the lilacs. And we have a lilac tree, don't we, Jim, in our backyard? Doesn't it smell wonderful? So this inspired me to look for a couple lilac songs. So we get from his Songs of the Frontier CD, and then Barry Ward has a great song about lilacs, Lilacs in the Wind, from his CD, Welcome Home. And then the Hot Texas Swing Band give us Spring Has Come from their CD, Ain't Dead Yet. And the show also goes out with a number from, an instrumental number from this CD called Junior's Shadow. We have a poem, brand new poem by one of the featured poets that we recently profiled on the Rendezvous with a Writer, Cheryl Cedarberg. She sent me a wonderful poem called Paper in the Wind, so we get that. And then Carlos Washington, it's time to get out our little red wagon. Take it out in the neighborhood from a little bit of Texas. And what's spring without a little spring cleaning? And that is the final song from the second set, Carolyn Martin from her CD, What's Cookin'? And I hope you'll all tune in. It's live Saturday from 4 to 5 on kupr.org. It also repeats on Wednesday morning from 5 to 6 Mountain Time. You can also go to the OutWest Live page at outwestshop.com and look for the OutWest Hour. And then you can listen to it at your leisure. And whenever you listen to great Western music, it just reminds you, it's always a great day out west. Jim, thanks for joining me. I got to get back to recording.